Hi, this is Craig Forzani with another Don't Miss the Point in Business video, and this is going to be a controversial one. I apologize in advance. However, I think it's an important lesson to be learned. So, as you can imagine, watching any of the videos you've watched that I've made, I measure as many things as I can measure, so I'm making decisions based on numbers and fact. So, here's some numbers. In 9 years of business coaching, I have met with more than 75% of the businesses I've met with that are interested in having a business advisor. More than 75% have been male. However, in 9 years, more than 75% of my clients have been female. So, when I look at the numbers a little closer, the conversion rate of female business owners that I've met with that have become clients is exponentially greater than the conversion rate on males. And I'm sure there's varying reasons, but here's what I think the biggest reason is. And I tip my hat to females on this. So this is a two-pronged video. One, I tip my hat to females because I think, generally speaking, they understand that they're an expert at their product or service, which does not make them an expert at how to run a profitable business or how to grow a profitable business. And therefore, they are more willing to accept advice, help, guidance on how to do so. And therefore, they sign up. Males, on the other hand, more testosterone, bigger egos, and I'm generalizing, and therefore a lower percentage have signed up to get advice on how to make their business more profitable or grow it. Now again, I go back to the point I made a minute ago. Just because a business owner just because someone's an expert at their product or service, it does not make them an expert on how to make a business profitable or grow a business. And it's a weird thing. It's like, pretend I'm a chef, and I'm an amazing chef, and I open a restaurant. For some reason, human ego kicks in, and I think the minute I open the restaurant, I'm now an expert business owner too. Well, how does that make sense? And by the way, I've had hundreds of clients in 9 years, and I'm the first to admit, I'm nowhere near as good at providing the service or product that they provide as they are. My service is how to make your business more profitable and grow it profitably. It doesn't make me an expert at being a chef or a plumber or whatever the case may be the client does, or a winemaker or a farmer or whatever they were or are. So just, it was an observation after looking at numbers to go, wow, that is incredible how human ego gets in the way of our advancement. So, I urge you, if you're not making the money you want to make in your business, and you're not growing, or you're not growing fast enough, as fast as you want to grow, just because you're an expert at your product or service, it does not make you an expert at running a business. Put the ego aside, and if you're not making 10% net profit after you pay yourself a fair market salary and your expenses, then you're not an expert at it. If you have a business that's been around 20 years and it hasn't grown, then you're not an expert at it. So it's time to kind of take a step back and say, hey, I need to learn how to become an expert at that too. And I say this in your best interest because too many businesses go bankrupt. Too many businesses, that I think are amazing. They got a great product or great service, and then 2 years later I go there and they're gone, they're closed. Why? Because they weren't expert business owners. So, do yourself a favor and don't do the injustice to your customers and your team of putting yourself in a situation where you go bankrupt. It's not just you it's impacting your team, and it's impacting your customers who love your product or service. So give yourself the chance. Put human ego aside. And quite frankly, again, I tip my hat to women. Learn from women on this. They're much better at it than we are.